stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome to a meeting of the Stamford Select Board. If you have a matter to discuss that is not included on the agenda, you may do so by addressing the chairperson and stating your name and address. You will notice that all our meetings are recorded, and this is to aid with the summarization of the minutes. Visitors are welcome, and we allow 5 minutes of comments per visitor and 15 minutes per topic. Discussions will be held in a calm and civilized manner and respectful of others. Select Board members present are Nancy Bashika,
John Dunn,
Jed Gremlin.
Kirk and I.
Will there be any adding of items or removing items from tonight's agenda?
New paperwork that's come in since the agenda.
Okay.
Information.
Will there be any adjustment to the agenda, such as changing the order of items? And Jed is recording tonight's meeting for his YouTube video. Hearing of visitors. Rodney Holland is not coming tonight. He asked to wait until, do you know?
He asked to wait till your next May meeting so that he can talk to the school board and the superintendent. Get them on board, explain what's going on, and then he would come here.
What's going on? Is that in regards to the
The water.
The water?
The water testing,
It's
the
about
leak.
the well, but
The well with a leak, right?
he didn't seem to have nothing to report, so I'm curious about what's going on.
Oh,
I mean, he was gonna come here and report what he said to me, which I've already repeated. You know, that he pressure tested the well, and he feels that
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it, and he thought it was runoff from the roof on the road. Basically is what he said.
did Mike want to talk to him or something? Is that why we asked him to come, or was he?
We just
We
asked him
wanted-
to come down, I guess we wanted to talk to him in more detail.
Yeah, we wanted something on,
So I just checked my emails, he didn't email me that he wasn't coming.
funnel to drain. Feels good.
I basically thought he was just gonna come and repeat that, but he's not here, and I don't know, now the whole board's involved, so.
I had to send him out the agenda, and that's when he responded and asked to wait.
Well, we'll see what he says and,
Yeah, that's fine.
yep, okay. Wait until May meeting, okay. Special meeting of March 30th, 2026. Oh, I'm sorry, any other visitors? Comments? Okay. Lori, did you have anything or you're good?
I did receive a anonymous complaint about the restructuring of the planning commission membership.
Anonymous?
What was that?
No.
I'm sorry.
Anonymous complaint, really?
About how the
Restructure.
planning commission was restructured. At one of your, I don't know if
They
it's.
don't want to put their name in it.
They don't want to put their name in it, I don't know, so.
Well, we don't usually handle, if it's not signed or people come here and say what's going on.
I mean, what was the nature of the complaint? They just don't like a number of people.
Yeah, I just didn't like the way it was done.
Well,
You never did 100%.
no, it's not signed anonymous, and we've
Worthless.
done that before with other unsigned letters, okay. Any other visitors, anything else? Okay. Special, let's see, meeting of March 30th. That was when we met with the library trustees. Can I have a motion to accept them as written?
Motion.
And it's just the two of us, so we have to
Yeah,
wait.
you gotta wait.
John and Jen are here.
All right, and Mike's not here, so yeah, we gotta wait.
Okay. and regular minutes of April 2nd. May I have a motion to accept them as written?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Highway update. Dave did mention to me that he's been out grading. Lori gave you some more information too.
Yes. It's time to sign the letter of intent for the fiscal year 2027 grant and aid program. We just have to let them know now we're interested in doing it, and then Jim Henderson will come out and drive around with Dave and decide what project is next on the list. So at this point, we don't know.
Could I have a motion to sign the letter of intent? It's not holding us to anything.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I spoke with Dara Zink this week from VCRC. She wanted to know if we had any projects that would fit a FEMA mitigation grant. It's a 25% town match. And I talked to Dave about it, and what he thought was, we had tried to put in for the Sportsman Road culvert through the Better Back Roads program, and the funding is just tied up. They don't know when they might be able to issue the grants and if we would even get any. That's an 80-20 split. So there's no obligation to begin moving forward with the FEMA grant at this time, and if the Better Back Roads does come through, we can just stop the FEMA, and if that fails, we could consider getting the project done with a 25% match and FEMA funds.
So it won't hurt us to sign the paperwork for FEMA and start proceeding with that, right?
Exactly, that's what Dara suggested, was at this point, it's a letter of intent, and then the application would be at the end of May.
Mhm.
And we could still at that point not accept the award when it's awarded later in the summer, but it's another opportunity.
So,
They won't let us do both though, I don't believe.
Right, they won't.
No.
We would at some
if we
point
got
have
another
to pick
culvert,
one.
plenty of culverts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, go ahead with that, Lori.
And then, I don't know if you remember a few years ago, they did, a grant and aid equipment grant where they allowed Dave to pick a piece of equipment from a list that they offered, and it paid a good portion of it.
Compactor.
Thank you. That's what he got, was a compactor, and so that's coming up again, and Dave hasn't had a chance to take a look at it, but we've got plenty of time before we need to file.
So that's how we bought the compactor?
Plate compactor
Oh, yeah,
that vibrates.
Jack.
Yeah.
Jack, yeah.
The walk behind.
Pneumatic tamper.
Whack, Jack Whack or Wacky Jack or something, I think John Tate.
Jumping jack powered.
Yeah.
John used to call it
You
something
don't have
like
to
that.
ride it.
Plate.
Right.
Try
So
one,
there's
run
a
one
whole
of them
list
things
of
for 20
things
years,
that
you're
we
like,
can
Oh, my God.
Jackie.
Okay. That's it for Dave?
That's it for Dave.
Okay. Anything on recycling? No. It'll be starting to be open, okay.
Yeah, what is it, the last Wednesday in April, the summer hours start?
Yep. And the household hazardous building in Bennington, I believe, will be open toward the end of May. Have to go on to the Alliance website and see the dates. I'm pretty sure it's towards the end of May.
It might be May 18th. Just because I was talking to Mary Lou Wright, she was like, I gotta move, but they're not open yet, and I need to go. So,
Yeah,
she told me May 18th today.
okay. Okay, Anything else on recycling? Nothing. Mowing quote. This is from, we asked John to give us a quote last time. Spring cleanup, around the sign, remove clumps of sod and topsoil and seed where needed, including old flower bed, dispose of any debris. What do you mean the old flower bed? Oh, up there?
Oh yeah, so right now there's just a flower bed with dirt, no grass seed, so
Okay.
I'd seed that whole area
Okay,
and put it back to grass.
okay. Then clean out the ditch, is that the one along the fence?
Yeah, the ditch all the way to like right here on this area, clean that all out.
Remove any unwanted growth along fence line ending at the playground area, dispose of any debris.
Yeah, that's covering that fence to that black fence there.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's over here, and if you look over here, there's that communication box. The fence is actually like tipped over and engulfed in some kind of vines.
Grapevine.
Watch out.
So I'm gonna try to clean that up and try to stand the fence back up if possible
Okay,
to the elementary school playground.
okay. And that's $800.
That covers all of that, yes.
And then lawn mowing and trim per cut determined by lawn growth. $250 a mowing.
Each mowing, yep.
Okay. And the total,
The whole, is that the field too?
That's the whole property.
okay, do we want to make a motion to accept this quote for the mowing and the cleanup? The mowing season, we can't say it's gonna start April 1st, we never know, so you just have to
Coming.
play it by ear
I
and see
kind
when
of
it mows.
am in town, so I kind of go by it and just, like, yeah, it needs it. So whenever it needs it.
Mhm.
You don't have a set amount of times that you're allowing them to,
No, because we never know.
we always had 19.
19.
Yeah, average is around 20, I'd say, but I guess it depends on how much rain, how much sun.
And I know one year it was so long out front, they had to do it twice, like within the same week. It was so long. That was before you, John. And some years you didn't mow in the summer. Depends on the weather, you know, right?
Motion.
Holden are probably at least 15 years.
It's been a while. Yep.
Motion to accept the bid.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor? John, start it.
Yeah, I'm gonna, what is it, abstain from the vote?
Yep.
You wanna vote? Aye.
Aye. Aye. 3. 800 cleanup.
And it still has to be done outside of school hours.
Yes. Yep, according to the job description, and yes. Everything was the same as last year, except we added more cleanup along the fence. Okay, next on discussion is lister position. As you know, we have just one lister.
Yep.
Nobody else applied to work as a lister here in Stamford. We do have the NIMRIC, which we've had for 5-6 years anyway. And Deb sent a letter to us that there's only one lister so far, that she can't really do anything, but her and I and the Beth Miller from State of Vermont Property Valuation and Review, we talked and said, maybe Deb could work with the NIMRIC and be boots on the ground here and save NIMRIC from coming down here all the time. So if you think it might work, I'd like to talk to NIMRIC and see if they want to hire her, because she really can't do anything alone for us.
I think that might
That's my feeling. If
be a good idea. I mean, how much should we pay him for mileage alone to get her? Even if we can cut down
$47.
$47.50.
a mile.
No.
No, what trip? Round trip or just one?
One way.
One way.
So it's $90 a trip.
Has she been going through her training process?
Yes, she has taken some training, yes. I don't know which ones, but I know she has signed up for a couple.
You'll probably get a lot more out of the NIMRIC guy with her backing him up.
Yeah, I'm just not sure who would verify her figures and stand behind her figures if NIMRIC's willing to do this. You know,
Maybe I have them come down.
what's that?
Maybe I have them come down so you can talk with them.
Well, we can do a phone conversation and,
Well, you need two to be a lister, right? If you had
Yes.
two, you wouldn't need NIMRIC at all.
well, not right today.
Right, no, I'm just
Within
saying, if
the-
we had two experienced listers,
Yes,
you wouldn't need them. So if you have one experienced lister working with NIMRIC,
yes. Gain some background, gain some training, see how it's done.
right?
So, if the board agrees, should we
Yeah.
explore this option?
I think it's good.
It's a good idea,
Okay.
yeah.
Is the isn't the $47 or $45 the travel thing, and then isn't it like $95 when they're going up and down our roads?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they just might say no.
Yeah,
They might
yeah,
say no, but might as well save
Because
some money for the town.
try.
Yeah, yep.
I'm sure they're not worried about making a trip out here if they have to.
I doubt if they get up there.
Yeah, so if anyone is interested in being a lister,
I see you looking right at me.
Anybody?
I
Anybody?
know. Oh, how many hats can I wear?
And you get to know the town intimately.
Yep.
Yeah.
Travel all these back roads and see all the nice houses, and
Yeah, it's all that training.
that's the hard part.
That's the
isn't it?
hard part.
Yeah.
Driving around.
Sounds like
looking at
school.
people's- Looking at people's houses. I love that. I do that already.
Yep.
Yeah. Without having to go to school all day long.
Right.
Yeah.
Get to
But
know
I know,
people.
I'll talk to Deb and see if she can explain how complicated the schooling is.
put your feelers out there. Maybe you could coax somebody into it.
Yeah, that's also possible.
You go online and look at the courses.
I know.
We've
Yeah.
been advertising and
You can do
nobody's
this
been
all in your own
interested.
time, right? They're online courses.
Most of them are online.
And we did come up with a set wage with
training.
with options to grow.
Yeah.
I know the last one Deb took, she said, it's boring.
There's growth opportunity.
yeah.
It's not a dead end job.
But she knows,
Yeah.
she knows a lot of stuff just from already.
Yes.
Her,
Yeah.
more than I do, but.
Yep.
Old dog can learn a few new tricks, I guess.
Okay. Thank you for coming tonight,
I'll think
Marta.
about it, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
It always brings a smile to everyone.
Next on the agenda is Endless Mountains Adventure Race.
Yeah, I received an email from them. They're doing a 350-mile course
Did you
over a
guys
5-day period. They're going to come down, what was it,
Sucker Pond Road.
Sucker Pond Road, cut across a little bit of Klondike County, and then down Klondike and into Massachusetts. They wanted permission to be able to hike, bike through our town and use our roads, but they're public roads anyway. But,
Nice of them to ask.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
expect about 35 teams of 2 to 4 participants, and they will be dispersed by as much as 24 to 36 hours.
Seems about as close as we get to bringing that type of outdoor recreation to town, so.
Should we put some kind of signage out so, people are aware?
I would imagine
They'll
will do
probably
that.
have some kind of signage, I know.
Yes, please.
When does this happen?
They didn't say, did they?
They said-
Oh,
I
June
thought you-
2026.
Okay.
Yeah.
They mountain bike, hike, paddle, navigate using maps and compass skills. We are a proud member of the Adventure Race World Series. Most of it will take place on public land, national forest.
Might be a busy weekend for the fire department.
Yeah, it's a quick Johnson.
John.
Yeah, and the ambulance
Yep.
service and,
Yeah.
but they might wanna move the ice cream trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go, yeah.
Put it
yeah,
up
right
there.
up there. That's a good thought.
Yes.
Without the intersection.
Right at the intersection.
And right there.
You know, instead of grabbing a bottle of water, you grab an ice cream cone, you go.
That's
No
my kind
problem.
of marathon.
Yeah. No problem with that, because we don't,
No,
they're on
no.
public
No,
roads
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
I think it's great.
Okay. Thanks for
Sounds
their,
like fun. Wish I could ride my bike farther than to Belmont.
Thanks for, yeah,
thanks for
asking.
the update. Okay. Correspondence. Resignation from Planning Commission. We have,
I should have also said from emergency management coordinator, and
okay. Received a letter from Dr. Stephanie Shelburne that she is resigning from Chairman and Member of Planning Commission as well as Emergency Coordinator for the town of Stamford, effective immediately April 9th, due to personal circumstances, so. We have a vacancy on that board.
Motion to accept that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And we have a no, we don't have a resignation. Okay. We have a letter of interest for someone to serve on the planning commission, because we have a vacancy. But did anybody go to the planning commission the other night? Are they recommending anybody either, or you don't know?
Aaron Rich, a couple of members
Oh.
later.
Aaron Melissa,
Did he,
he put his papers in before, when they reduced the, when you guys reduced the board, he had his paperwork in there.
did he send us a paper of interest, or was it just from the planning commission?
He sent a letter.
No,
He
that
sent the letter.
was, he sent the letter directly to Laura.
I didn't get a letter, all I got was Peter Greenbook suggesting that he make an appointment.
He said that he sent a letter to the,
I thought we had a letter.
Okay. We have, Aaron's, and we have one from Sheila that would be interested in going back on, so, let's check that out, and
Sorry, hold on.
we've got 2 people interested.
Yep.
We'll see if we can find Aaron's letter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Sheila's interested.
Yep.
We should consider meeting, like, having an interview with the candidates.
Okay.
Just a recommendation. I mean, it's a pretty important position.
Okay, resignation interest,
It's one I've been doing for many years.
Sheila and Aaron. I thought I had more paperwork on that too. Okay,
You guys have a chair yet?
I'm just working as a vice chair right now. We'll restructure, there's,
2 weeks or 2 weeks.
what's that?
We decided we should have the full board before we restructure.
We
oh,
are.
then
in-
then you're waiting for us to appoint somebody.
Correct.
Oh.
We are doing
Oh.
2 a month now because of the bylaws, the town plan. We have BCRC at our meetings, almost every meeting, so there's not really a lot of time to work on the bylaws as well.
Yeah.
So we started doing 2 a month, starting this month. So,
And we
I
can still
know,
function, because he could be chair, he's vice chair, so he's just acting as chair in the meantime.
I do know that past practice, first person that had their letter in,
Right,
and both of these people have been on
right.
the planning commission, so we're lucky there. Aaron has been the chair for quite some time, going through the town plan
Oh,
and the
yeah.
bylaws.
Yep.
And so we highly recommend Aaron.
Nancy.
Okay, Sheila?
I'd like to say something about that. For the many years that I was on there, I was chairman, and when all of you came aboard, I wasn't allowed to be anything other than just a person sitting there and going through the stuff. And that, so I really would appreciate you guys understand that I did do a lot
I
with
give you
it
all the
too.
respect in the world, and I respect what you've done for this town. Absolutely, you deserve it. You've been, you know, one of the founding fathers here, if you ask me. I mean, it goes way back.
Thank you.
I know you do, and I know people that have told me that don't live in Stamford that knows the Lawrence family and you and everybody else. What you bring to Stamford, I thank you. And I'm only here 11 years, and you've been a part of it all the way, but
And I would like to continue.
I'm just talking right now as what we think is best for the plan commission as it is. It's not personal.
So like I
I'm
said,
sorry,
anytime we got positions that are contentious or more than one person going for the position, especially something like the planning board or the ZBA, we should probably at least sit down and talk to these individuals
them?
and see what's up, right? And
Okay.
get a hold of Aaron and see if he's interested in just coming in and next meeting or wherever we can do it and have a quick interview, and I'm sure Sheila already is accepting that. It's just a fair way to do it, I would think, right? And it's the logical way to do it, especially not just for these two, but going forward.
Well,
Right,
like
these
I
are
say,
important
I didn't
positions.
have to get knocked off. It was
Yeah,
just my
I
time was
understand.
over and everybody
I
went
understand
down
that.
to 7 people.
I understand that, but now that you are, we should go through a process and.
Oh, and also
see
too,
what-
if anybody else is interested, maybe we have more people
Yeah,
than
I mean-
Sheila and Aaron that might want to step up into the planning commission.
We gotta get a set pattern of what we're doing. I mean, sometimes we're advertising it, sometimes we're just, appointing somebody on the spot, sometimes,
Well,
we
We
got
usually-
multiple
this
different.
resignation, Stephanie's resignation will be in the minutes
Mm-hmm.
and make some people aware that there's,
We need, if
Yeah.
there's an opening, if anyone else wants to send in their letter of interest.
It's, I think anytime we get like a resignation from the important boards that I mentioned, we should at least give it the 2 weeks to the next meeting, to see if there's anyone else out there
Okay.
that might be interested. We just gotta get away from blindly, appointing people to things.
maybe you could ask
You're
those
welcome.
people to be here a half an hour before your next select board meeting, and then you can put it on the agenda if you want it,
Mm-hmm.
on the agenda for next meeting.
I had asked
Think
this
that-
board, and y'all agreed, maybe it was the former board or not, but I don't know if you recall it or not, but that the particular boards, when they did have an opening, that they could interview the people, the candidates, and make a recommendation to the board, and everybody agreed on that.
I think you guys did that, the planning commission, right?
We did that for the AO.
Mm-hmm.
We do it for the AO, that's a state law. But, I'm just thinking going forward is, you guys know the work we do is extremely important. Sheila knows that as well.
You've got a lot on your plate.
And we got a lot on the plate, and we need aggressive go-getters that know exactly what they're doing. Right? I'm not saying that Sheila doesn't know or Aaron doesn't know. They've both been involved in doing exactly what we need to be done. But keep in mind, creating a new system should be done outside of having to appoint somebody now. We need somebody as soon as possible.
I mean, we gotta,
If you're creating a new system and by interviewing people, I wholeheartedly commend you for doing that. That's what needs to be done, interviews and all of that stuff for these important positions. But, up until today, you have chosen basically the first person that put in their paperwork.
Yes, it
well, at
was,
some point we gotta change, whether that's today, tomorrow, or whenever. I got full faith that the 6 of you can handle it for a couple weeks. I think they'll be all right.
the,
I'd like to table it anyways until we have a full board. I think it'd be
okay,
good to hear what Mike may or may not have to say on the matter.
and we'll see if we can find a letter from Aaron. I remember one from the planning commission recommending Aaron, but I don't remember one from Aaron. Sheila?
I lost some of it, but,
I hate that.
yeah, I know, you got me when you said something more. The thing is I did not put in, to say that I wouldn't be here. Normally, you get a letter from the selectmen saying, congratulations, we reappointed you, and if you decide not to do it, let us know.
Right,
I never received that letter.
right.
But when you did discuss with Lori to go around and ask certain people that were gonna be coming up if they were interested in still. And I did tell her, yes, I am. And I asked around, and then she did bring my name up. Told you that I wanted to stay on all of them.
Right,
So I just don't understand why.
To my point,
I
the
got shipped up.
goalpost is always moving, and we need to set a standard, a set practice that we do every time for every person that gets appointed to one of these positions. You know,
But
sometimes we get a letter, sometimes we don't, or whatever it might be, you know,
Another
just
select
take
board
different
policy
versions.
is that you send out, having them send a letter in. That you want to be
but we eliminated the position that you
Look,
were in.
there was a time when the
And we just
planning board was really passive. Trust
Oh,
me, I was
gosh,
on it.
yes.
We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
We just sat there and talked about nothing. Right?
Yeah, you-
Did a lot of
Those-
talking about
And
the
people
different
could,
things.
get blindly appointed back then. It was no big deal, whatever. Times have changed. There's way more statutes, there's way more laws, and there's way more things to pay attention to. So the positions become much more important than the good old days, right?
But I'm not done, I'll tell you that now. I can't
Nobody said
afford to
you
go
were.
along with what everything is going on.
Okay, so can we,
It's all part of the process.
John's suggestion was to
I
table it.
suggest we table it.
I agree.
Is this gonna hold up the planning commission though?
They'll be all right. I
No,
mean,
they'll
they're
be
not fine
fine.
with 6 members.
They'll
We
be
did it
fine.
for years with 5.
We're totally fine,
Yeah.
we're totally fine.
Who do you have for members now besides Lisa, you, Marta,
Aldi, Natalie,
Aldi, Natalie,
and Deb.
and
Mm-hmm. Okay,
and we're trying to say 7 people.
yes,
Okay.
okay.
7 for now. We should at some point potentially consider going back to 5 once all this stuff is done. But that could
I like that too.
more of a conversation with the planning board and what they think at the time when all this is probably 2 years down the road
Yep.
or longer.
Yep.
Depends how long it takes to get through all this stuff.
So John's motion is table until next meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Just the one thing we didn't kind of brushed around is the trustee person. Who is that person?
Is what?
The trustee for the library who wants to be?
Oh, that's coming. That's
Okay, I
coming.
didn't know if we,
Okay. No, planning commission. Now we'll move to letter of interest from the library board of trustees. Now Cindy did not resign. She just didn't run, right?
She did not run, so there was a
There's a
vacancy
vacancy.
last in March.
So, Victoria Jeffrey stepped forward and said, I would like to be appointed to fill the vacancy until the next election. Any problems with that? Make a motion to,
I mean, what are we gonna do with that?
I think we-
Well,
but
this-
I think we still need to do the
Well,
same thing we just did. I think we need to just ask them, is this person, what they think of it before we just start adding.
Isn't it an elected
this
position?
was elected,
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
if
and
we
there was a
can.
vacancy.
That's an elected position.
What's the procedure on that? I don't know if we're able to appoint.
She went to a library meeting a week or 2 ago, and I believe they already supported it and told her to send in her letter here.
What would that be the process? They just,
Maybe you need to ask
Then it would just be,
the powers that
she
be
takes the seat until.
if we're able to
Next
appoint or if
election.
that needs to wait to an election.
No, we can
make
appoint.
our best effort to be consistent.
We can appoint until the next election. So her term will be up in March of next year. Tree warden, representative, green up coordinator, contact selectments.
She's always been kind of involved in whatever projects.
She was involved, she wasn't there at the library that day and said that's why she'd like to fill that vacant position. You wanna wait for this one too and just put it out there, say we have a
I mean,
vacancy?
it's,
Yeah,
they're
table
gonna
it.
be hurting for 2 weeks at the library.
No, it won't, no. Cause they've been without one
She's gonna
since,
have a vacancy since March.
Yep.
It's not a new
Table.
vacancy. people to suddenly be aware of.
Put this in the minutes that we have vacancies and get the letters of interest to the select board
At the very
before
least,
next meeting.
yeah, at the very least, we could probably be consistent with that, right?
Right.
Just wait a meeting. That's
Mhm.
easy enough to do.
All right.
There's no rush on any of these.
So we have a motion to table it. All in favor? Yes.
Aye.
Okay. Anything else under correspondence, Lori?
No.
Oops. That's yours. Okay. Whole business, 911 numbering update. So I went through the list that Bob Briggs sent to us. I've matched all the names up with the address. I sent Bob the letter, a copy of the letter that we sent out 2 years ago. I asked him to please revise it or any suggestions, and he didn't get back to me yet. So we're still on hold with this. But there's I could send you the copy of the list, and if you see anybody on there, maybe you can say, get your 911 numbers up. They have to be 4 inches, contrasting letters
On a reflective surface.
on a reflective surface. And if your house cannot be seen from the road, there's certain specifications. Do you still have that? Because maybe we can include that in the letter. Like it's gotta be the
You
end.
can't see the number. The
Gotta be-
number needs to be seen from the edge of the road.
Either on your house or a post at the end of your driveway.
What is it? Is it $15?
16.
$16. For $16, the Stamford Volunteer Fire Department will make you a nice reflective sign that fits the description,
Fits the regulations,
And
1 or 2
4.
sides,
and you can pick if
Vertically
it's
or
vertically or
horizontally.
horizontally. Yep.
Yep.
pre-drilled.
Pre-drilled holes. Save yourself a trip to the hardware store.
Yep.
Especially when they don't have matching numbers. Then you're running all over for them.
Or you'd be like me that buys a sign and then it's sitting under my seat in my truck. I gotta hang it still.
He has a few also.
Just drill it to the side of the truck and park the truck out front.
There you go. Yeah.
We did
Just hope that you're home when there's a
We
fire.
did notice the town of Stamford was in violation too. So we are working on that. Uh-huh.
Busted.
Yeah, busted. Yeah. All right, I'll send you the list, guys, and if you talk to anybody. Okay, send to board.
Any volunteers to do the flower pots on the sign?
What's that?
Any volunteers yet to do, flower pots on the signs?
Up under there? No?
What's the job?
We haven't really discussed any flowers there and just let it go grass, because we know what happens in the past
Actually, I
that,
was thinking about brackets off the poles, just for hanging baskets. You know, for there.
whoever wants to
That's
do
the
them, take care of them. I'm not taking care of them.
No.
Yeah, that's the thing, watering.
Yeah.
That's the-
I think if you're gonna
I'm down
do,
here every day.
Is there an outdoor faucet?
That's just too much.
Cactus.
No.
Yeah, somewhere.
I think there's a little area where the memorial is, the VFW memorial.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna do flowers, that'd be a good spot right in front of the school.
I take care of the 2 buckets there,
Yeah.
but there used to be a beautiful flower bed
It's
out
kind of
front.
outgrown in right now, but
Just got
it might soak up the water that's coming into the school.
John.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think that's done for now. But that's a good idea.
Then we don't need the facilities manager.
All right,
Mhm.
let's make a rain garden.
Well, they have Leo's areas decorated nicely.
Yes, that's,
I think Carol.
there was volunteers
And
that
other
took
people.
care of that. Yeah. I guess I guess the school was doing it for a while, or somebody was working on it, and then
years go by and the people that knew and worked with Leo are gone. and-
Yes,
Yeah, like the memorial out there, who's that guy? Out by the basketball court?
that is,
Like the guy that built the school or something, I don't even know.
no, the stone out there?
Yeah,
No, that's Jackie, somebody that died in a car accident. Many years ago. Lived on Main Road. Can't think of the last name.
That's
School
what, that
property.
little log cabin?
What's
there's
that?
a
The log
memorial
cabin
stone
down
right
out
over
there?
by the
The
basketball.
log
court.
cabin guy?
Yeah, with mailbox in the driveway. His name was Jack, when he lived there.
I forget the name on it, it's been a long time.
It's
since
been
I-
a long time and I can't think of
Right
it.
by the
But he's
basketball
more,
court, you can't miss it.
he's probably almost would have been about 80 years old.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Died
been there
as-
my whole life.
Yeah.
Cause that's the one I
So,
know,
yeah.
that he did, had a sub shop down under the big bridge on the highway there, where he used to have the gas station here, then you have where you can turn and go to the cops, but it's right in there where Andrew, it was like a sub shop, it's called.
I don't know.
Maybe it was Jack.
So people do get forgotten over time, you know?
Jack.
Do a lot of
That's
good
why
things for
they
the, you do a lot of good things for the town, you just have a name in one of them
I
books
think it
back
was
there that
Jackie,
nobody
I
ever
think it was
reads.
Sherman, was the last name. I think Sherman.
That could be Sherman, yes.
Jackie
Yeah,
Sherman.
that sounds familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been out there for a long time.
Okay, on old business, have you had any luck coordinating the school and library meeting with us?
Well, they had a meeting together, so I was kind of waiting to see if anyone had any information on the outcome of that before I kind of formed an email as of what to say, based on our email is going to be about, you know, the library and the school relations as well as the town. I just wasn't sure what the outcome of that meeting was.
Lori and I were both there, and what was the outcome? They just discussed it, and I believe Cindy was going to go back and talk to the school board, because there was only 2 members there.
So do we still want to meet with the library, or do we just want to meet with the school, or we want to
I'd
have
like
an
to
all?
meet with all 3 of them.
Okay, I'll send out an email tonight. I just wasn't sure if they came to some kind of conclusion or agreement with that
Not as
meeting.
far as I know.
Okay.
Was there any library minutes out? I don't know that. I hadn't seen it.
Do we want the supervisory union there? No.
No, I think
Okay.
just our local school board, library, just our 3 local boards.
Alright.
Okay, any other old business? New business. There's an upcoming training for BCA training. June 17th, 6 to 7:30. It's an online webinar.
What's VCA?
BCA.
Oh,
Focus, the session walks participants through the legal and practical requirements of the hearing and offers guidance on conducting fair, timely, and well-managed hearing from start to finish.
Is this the same one that we did before?
Probably.
Came in here?
Probably it's an hour and a half, and
Yeah.
maybe it'd be a good refresher course.
Yeah, and if anything's changed, all the numbers.
Yep. Might be good to sit in on it. It, doesn't say the cost or anything.
Is it VLCT? It's usually free.
No, it's, through PBR. They usually charge. I'll find out, because it's June 17th. Nancy check. And if they charge, they would charge for you being on your computer and you being on your computer, so we should be all together here in one computer. I'm cheap, sorry guys. Okay, any other new business?
I have, just a uniform municipal excess weight permit that came in,
Okay,
Casella.
okay. We're getting more now than we
Do you have to like notify these people that, or they just blatantly come in and give you?
We said we weren't gonna chase after them, but ever since we said we're not gonna chase after them, they've been,
They started sending.
I don't
Yeah.
know if it's worth chasing $10, but
no, it wasn't. I think Sheila, when you were on the board, you called people. For these overweight permits, you had the list and called them every year.
Yeah, we did.
But we never had as many as this, the
We had
10.
5. That's,
Okay.
um,
Good.
Basically, there was only like 2 or 3 that were out of towners.
Yeah,
Most
we've got a lot of
were
them.
in towns.
Then a motion to sign
motion.
their,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, they've got their insurance, so.
Is there any kind of fine that's implemented if they're using and not paying?
DOT,
Just
Not
the,
for us.
no, DOT. If they're stopped by DOT out on the street, they have to show a permit of some sort. If they don't have it, then they get a fine from DOT, we don't even know.
So under new business, this is kind of an old law, I guess, or passed a couple years ago, Act 181. Anybody familiar with it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It
land use.
seems like there's a lot of people up in arms about it.
It's contention.
It's just another layer of permitting for, you've got your town permits for something, and then if the town can't approve it, it goes to Act 250, and then from there it goes to this Act 181 approval, and it could cost up to $30,000, I read on one.
Depends on what,
Yeah.
it depends on what tier, it's all,
What tier
It's
you
all
are.
tier
it's
stuff.
all a tiered level, I mean, some of it doesn't even override Act 250. It depends on where, they haven't drawn out the official maps yet, so it's hard to say.
It's all based on if you're in the 1A, 1B section, that you don't have to worry about Act 250 stuff and you can build. It's all about how fast can we build houses.
And from what I read too, that it's another level of bureaucracy that they have to do another committee, another review, so
We don't want
more
And it
levels.
seems-
it. Everything you read. you
Everything
don't
that I'm
want.
reading seems that they're absolutely,
How did it get,
shelving it for now, and, that probably it's just dead.
how did it
because
get
there's
passed to
some-
begin with? Did it just slip through and nobody heard about it
Well,
until
a
it's?
lot of flooding, housing is a crisis, so they're trying to alleviate that without having sprawl all over the place in Vermont, mountainsides and range just getting torn up. It's not all bad. I mean, there's some parts in there that people aren't gonna like, but,
Mhm.
Yeah, like
you
the
know,
part
it's
where
not all
you
bad.
can have yours here, and you wanna get it over there, you can swoop right through everybody's property. Without getting in trouble.
It's something to do with that. The road rules, actually, they're trying to actually tighten up on the road rule, make it shorter, 800 feet. That's the most contentious part.
Yeah.
People with putting private roads in.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I think there's definitely needs to be some limit on private roads. You can argue the distance, but there definitely needs to be limits. I mean, you can see this whole town change completely. I know people are big on property rights, and so are I, but, I mean, if you leave people to their own devices, they're a lot of the times gonna do absolutely the wrong thing.
Yes.
So, that's why there's structured laws, if everyone
I don't know
would
if
just do
anybody's
this.
seen that, but Reedsboro sent a letter, to the powers that be there that they weren't.
I think Whitingham
Whitingham did too
also.
as well.
Whitingham.
Yeah.
I mean, farmers are definitely gonna hate it, because it restricts their private property to a large degree, but.
Here? Oh, yeah.
Other
Yeah.
informational meeting, where
It seems to be pinpointing, metropolitan areas, if you wanna use that word in Vermont, but they're just basically left all of the rule settings,
Yeah.
they see this thing, and this doesn't work in the rule settings.
After the meeting the other night, I went back and read up on a bunch of things, and I'm curious that Stamford obviously is gonna have a lot of tier 3 in it. Which we already do. I mean, it's 60% of the town is already national forest, so it's really no change. Absolutely no change to that. But I'm curious whether they're gonna label the village district a 1A or a 1B, and
Big
a
fields.
surrounding area around it, which basically alleviates all permitting for a period of time. I don't know how river corridors and floodplains and stuff like that play into it yet.
Yeah.
A lot of this is still being, argued about and debated.
The big thing is too, is not, floodplains is something that FEMA sets, right? So that's a given where the floodplains are. But
Sure.
river corridors, they can put a number on 100 feet apart, a different number.
Sure.
So there's no set number on a river corridor. They have to come down and to tell you if you're in the river corridor or not. So for us,
Well,
to
there's
call
maps,
village
you
center,
can
right?
refer to Vermont.
There's maps, but they're not footage, you know, like for
Sure.
us, if we're, the AO has to go and try to give a permit to somebody, she needs to know where the river corridor is.
Generally speaking, I think it's 50 feet from the,
That's the
Rise
way it's
of-
always been, 50 feet.
Yeah.
But now that's all changed. There's an if.
right.
It's a big, huge change now.
Yeah.
But,
Jim, the planning commission, are you gonna ever have somebody come down and explain this, or
There's
are
listening
training
sessions.
sessions on it? 'Cause I'd
we're
be
working
interested.
on that now.
Okay,
We,
It's, yeah, it's on our agenda for our next meeting, it's
Yeah.
181.
okay.
I think, there's been so much pushback, and I feel like a lot of it has become very, politicized. It's an effort to balance development and conservation in a thoughtful way, and unfortunately, the way they're doing it is, very heavy-handed in terms of cost to people who just, have a big piece of land and want to build one house for their kid. And the financial burden, and then also people discovering that their, massive piece of land is not suitable for development if they were planning on cashing in, that way, it's causing a lot of, strife, because I think it's not well understood.
Mhm.
And we don't really know where it's going, and also mapping isn't finished yet. I mean, there's a lot of mushiness around it, and now it has become this real hot button.
And it has, because Vermont is, as soon as you lost me at property rights, right? I'm not even gonna go read the law, I'm not gonna listen to anything
Right.
else. You just said my property rights are affected, so I'm against it,
Right.
which is the wrong strategy to take. Look, Stamford could very easily be inherently a different town than what we're looking at right now. If all these hillsides and everything are developed, which some people wanna do, the town is completely different than the whole reason you moved here to begin with, right? It can very easily change like that. There's plenty of land around here to be developed. So we need to be careful of what we're wishing for, what we're not wishing for,
Yeah,
and be logical about what we're thinking
the
about.
Riggies, figure 1A, look what happened to, right next to their land.
I mean, we start expanding all over the place here, and the road budget alone is gonna break this town.
So how do you get into 1A and,
You have to have
I think a
sewer
village center.
or water as a prerequisite. You have to
on
have,
your property?
like
no,
The way I
have a
read it,
system, a sewer system or a water
I
system.
So how do
didn't
you
read it,
get
I didn't
into
read it
1A?
with a sewer system or
you
water.
have- the town
Yeah, you have to have
Does us?
purchase a
So that you
treatment
can start
facility
stacking people.
To me, it
and
just
a-
sounded
and a
like village center.
Water system.
It's just it's the ability to,
Yeah.
1A are the.
It's a fine line. I mean, it's seriously,
To have a
our
septic
taxes
system
are going up
for the town,
exponentially
or a water system
every
for the
year,
town,
right?
because you can't start stacking houses on top
Yeah,
of each
for
other.
10 years.
You don't
Yeah,
have that.
11 years.
I mean, these planning commissions they're salivating over a town like Stamford, right? There's a 300-acre golf course down there that's prime real estate, right? They love that there. They just see it and like, bam, wow, there it is. How many units you can put on 300 acres? Highly developable land with multiple access points and basically a road system already through it.
A little bit, not well.
And we're zoned out at 2 acres a lot, Sheila. And there's 300 acres of land over there.
It's
It
75.
could be a lot, put it that way. At the end
You
of
can have
town,
100,
it's flat.
yeah.
There's
35
land all
houses
over the
over there.
place if you know where to look. What we have to do as we're planning for the future, now, when you're on a planning board, you're not planning for next week, right? You're planning for the future. When you get out of the floodplain, all right, and start looking at the next elevation up before you get into the elevation where you just can't build. And there's plenty of that land here. I'm not gonna point it out because it's private property, but it's all over the place.
Mhm.
And it just depends on whether people want to split up their, 40-acre property or not. I mean, Stamford is exposed to vast development if we let it. But I don't think that's the key to our success. We just get bigger and we're gonna need more people to go to high school and, you know, I don't know. There's a fine line between it all. Yeah, we need some development and a little expansion, but we gotta be very careful what we're doing. That's why we need other sources of revenue in town other than taxation.
So that brings me to that
I don't know
1% tax that you looked at.
It's not.
Is it something we wanna pursue and
You know, I don't know. I don't
is
know
it
if
worth putting the law in and who are we hurting or helping? Is it worth?
exactly, but you can't create any atmosphere for business without trying to create an atmosphere for business. I agree, we're not gonna probably generate a lot of revenue from it.
Mhm.
I mean, how many rooms do we rent? Alcohol, we could probably get a fair amount for. Food, we don't have any restaurants, and the other one's just a general sale tax.
Mhm.
But, I mean, if we wanted, I don't know. I don't know, what direction does the town wanna take? We have no other sources of revenue other than taxation, that's all we have. And that's all we have for the foreseeable future, and I mean, maybe I'll lose the election, but taxes aren't going down, all right?
No,
They're never going down, no one's ever taken a pay cut, you know, the budget for the school is not gonna get smaller. So we need to start getting creative and find ways to, afford to live here for the people that have always lived here. But, you know, at this point, it's probably not worth it, but I don't know if at some point we can't do it at all, you know, the laws are changing all the time, so. And it had to be a town, I mean, it'd be a town vote, a town meeting
Yes.
anyway, it had to be warranted, and we vote all three separately. The way I understand it, there'd be a vote for whether you want a general sales tax, then there'd be a vote if you want a meals and alcohol tax, and then the last one's rooms. So you could vote for one, none, or all three. And then you get what you get. I mean, I don't know how many people are claiming their room rentals in town. That's a whole nother can of worms, right?
Yeah, we don't know.
People are paying sales tax or not. There's no way for us to really verify that.
I think the Airbnb, they're checking on this now. And I don't know who they charge a sales tax or if they pay into it.
I mean, the only reason I would even slightly consider it at some point, because it's a consumer-based tax. It's not, I mean, the property owner, you collect it, you know, at the premises, but it's paid onto, you know, from the consumer. But you do.
But
have
is the
to pay.
consumer gonna come up here because we have this extra tax and?
I don't know. It all depends, you know.
are we
Because town's
cheaper
only never gonna grow, only so far as restaurants and commercial properties, because we don't have any sewer and water, right? You can't put a, 100-seat restaurant in on a septic tank. It's not really gonna work.
Maybe a group of people got together or so, you know, like a little advisement committee or something to do this kind of brainstorming on the side. I mean, like you said before, our taxes are just gonna keep going up, unless we figure out a way of, one, not changing the atmosphere or the beauty of Stamford. But two, make it affordable for people to live here.
Sure.
I mean, so if we come up with a way where we can make money to pay down our taxes and things like that.
Yeah.
That solar field I was talking about,
Sure.
it might be a site that nobody wants to look at, but it might be, it would be in a location where you couldn't build in the area anyways, because it's.
Look, like I said the other night in the meeting, right? Not many people like windmills, but when you start selling them, they're 50 thou a pop or so, right? They get a little more interesting. Not saying them for windmills or anything like that.
I'm
Just trying to
saying,
prove a
if the
point,
town-
where, you know, they're
town
money-making propositions.
million, 1.5 million or whatever it is for the fire truck. No, I mean, I don't wanna, I'm just saying, we have an investment to protect our town. So this, I would say, would be an investment or something like this in order to bring in, you know, $500,000 or $1 million a year.
Right.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Could we do like a lottery? You know,
We could
that's
start our
generate
own,
some
like,
serious
like
income to the
rent
state, right? Like a 50-50 or something.
Fire department
Yeah,
has that.
Yeah. Would the
I mean-
town be able to do something like
To set
that?
up a five-meg system.
A town,
allowed.
a town fair where you buy
Just think
admission
about the
tickets.
future, like we talked about before. I mean, gravel is a resource, right? What if that resource starts running out? We gotta start trucking in gravel in this town. Holy cow, man. I mean,
Well, that
you know?
1%, if we're really thinking about, we've gotta start now and get some information before town meeting and see if it's
Yeah,
worth
I mean,
putting
the
this into
statute's
effect.
pretty fairly written, it's just a matter of whether it's gonna
Wanna do
stir up a lot of emotions, I'm sure, with people that just don't bother reading anything into it and just react on the 1% tax, but, we gotta get creative. It's worth at least a discussion, I don't know whether we go as far as, we got time to figure out whether it's a warrant or not, but maybe more debate, I guess, a different time, I gotta leave.
Okay, any other new business?
Nope.
That's it. Make a motion to go into executive session for personnel.
Second.
Okay, you
All
guys
in
got
favor?
that? Aye.